look into other people's countries and cultures,
Exactly.
and that would be a way of bringing
Exactly.
it. Wow,
Exactly.
we got something going there. Now, I must talk about the politics
Mm.
because we're very nosy
Yeah.
on the show about what happened.
Mm.
And I know you ran for a seat in Parliament. Now, I know the government is set up differently
Yeah.
from the United States. So they have a parliament, and you ran for a seat in 2000. And so what happened? And now what you going to do?
That's very interesting. I ran, but then I withdrew just before the election
Okay.
because I really wanted to run on a political ticket. But unfortunately, primaries were not run. So we were advised to actually go in as independent candidates. But as time went on and we are getting close to this, I realized no, I didn't want to run as an independent candidate. Rather, I wanted to run with an organization so that we start doing things as a group,
Right.
not as an individual. So with that in mind, I said, no, maybe this is not the time for me. So I stepped down just barely 3 weeks before the election.
Okay. Was it, I'll get real political, but was it corrupt? Was it, I mean, how does it run? How does it work?
I wouldn't say corrupt. I know Africa in general, the outside world,
Of course,
I think
that's what everybody thinks.
That is corruption out there. But I think it is maybe ignorance on our part. We do not really understand what politics stands for. Majority of us think the political arena is an arena to make money. But rather in politics, to be precise, politics means allocating of limited resources as to who gets what, when, and how. But unfortunately, we go in there without understanding this definition. So we go there to do things out of the ordinary, refusing to actually serve the people that we know. That's why people term us that being corrupt. But I hope and I pray that as we go along, things are changing, and then that corrupt this thing will be on the back burner, and the right thing will be done, and Africa will be up.
And we really found out in America just as much corruption as anywhere else. So, but what are your future plans? Are you going to keep doing that?
My future plans, I wouldn't say my future plan, but I always give everything to the Creator, where He directs me, and I'm sure that He still wants me to be in the political field. Okay. So I'm not giving it away. Okay. I will still play a role.
Were you there when President Obama came to
Ghana? I was in Ghana, but I didn't go to see him.
Okay.
I didn't go to see him, yeah.
What do you think about him winning?
Well, first of all, I think it's something good to the black world. But again, I have my own reservation as to whether or not if it is actually going to bring any benefit to Africa at all. But again, it's a good feeling that one of us is actually occupying that seat. But this is not to say that Obama is the president and therefore he's going to solve our problem for us. Right. We have to do things our own. We have to build Africa our own. Without that, we cannot. And no one can help us unless we help ourselves here. Right. That's why.
Do you think, we've mentioned this on our show before, actually Omar mentioned it on one of his shows, do you think it's very interesting that, as you say, God is the one leading things, even though we think we're doing something, He's overall got his hand on it, that this first black president is half African and half white?
Well,
and not an African American.
Well, I don't think that really matters.
It doesn't. But
I don't think that really matters. We are one people.
That's true.
But the African world has been so worked on to the point that whether African American or African white or whatever, I would say more African because as a black person, no matter what color, if a drop of black is in you, you are no more what you are. So,
right.
So I would stress more on the black. And I think it's a good thing that we use it, if nothing at all, as an inspiration to move on. Disregarding what might be behind the scene.
That's true.
But whatever you see, we see there is an inspiration. Let's move on and
Right.
let's see what we can do to help ourselves so that
Right.
tomorrow we show our children that, hey, we made it. Our forefathers have done it before.
Right.
We can do it, and we can still lead the world as we used to.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's good. That's amazing. Are you all telling me I have 2 more minutes? No way. Okay. Well, we did pretty good with some of the stuff we wanted to talk about. I know you you have your wonderful daughter here,
Yeah.
Sena,
Yes.
and I know you're really proud of her, and she went to Ghana. We had her on the show. How was that like having her at home? You got like 30 seconds.
I think it's a good thing for her. She's able to learn the two cultures, and then in fact she blended very well. And I think that has been a more or less a foundation for her to build on, and she did very well. And I'm so thankful for God for her.
And she's got her law degree.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, that is. We feel like all the kids that come on our show are our kids now, and they're part of our alumni. But we're really proud of her, and we're really proud of you. And we know you went home and you got married to that queen, and had 2 more children, and we're really happy for you.
Thank you.
And we know you're happy because you just haven't aged one day, and we're a little annoyed
Well, don't worry.
because we have gray hair and you have none.
Don't worry, it's coming.
Ugh. But we love you very much,
I love you too,
and we wish you all the best. We know you're going to go home to that wonderful beachfront property and enjoy the ocean. Think of us. We're all gathering our money together to figure out how we're going to get over there. We're going to put medicine in Gloria and take her over there asleep so she can take the trip.
You are always on my mind. I think time will come, we all have to meet over there.
Absolutely.
And again, I thank you so very much for everything that you have done. I don't think money or anything cannot pay you for your efforts. Keep up the touch. And then as you leave it for others to also follow on. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Well, audience, this is the guy. This is the guy who started it all. And like a great leader told me, you can start something, but if you don't have anybody to follow you, you really don't have anything. So yes, he does have all of us, and we followed him. And we hope that you enjoy our show and that you've enjoyed our wonderful man, our executive producer. And please tune in next time for another great show on Africa's Vision Network. There we did it.